So we're going to go ahead and talk about the fact that I just spent 15 minutes. How many minutes, May?
15.
15 minutes making a video talking about this, that, and everything else. And what happened? My computer decided it was going to restart itself because it had some updates to configure. Poor shit. So anywho, and you know what? I'm not even, number one, I can't remember everything that I just now said. And number two, I'm afraid to talk too long because I'm afraid I'm going to get shut down again. Don't you hate that?
I'm getting recorded. You're not even on it.
Yeah, I haven't even done nothing. Bullshit. Anyway, I was talking about relationships. Specifically, when your relationship, you ain't trying to hear this again, right? Bitch, I done heard this once. I'm going to talk about you when you leave.
Okay.
Alright.
Make it good.
I'm not going to say nothing. Alright, we was talking about relationship. Yeah, I know you installed new updates, biatch. You shut my shit down. But anyway, I was talking about relationships. And I was talking about specifically when your relationship ends. And even more specifically, I was talking about when your relationship ends because of some messed up bullshit that you did. Now, we've all been there. Honey, I had a relationship way back yonder. I'm talking years ago. And it was my fault that it ended. I had a hard time with it, because I think a lot of times we get mad at ourselves, And I think a lot of times when things don't go down on our terms and we have no control, that's when we feel helpless and have a tendency to get a little bejiggity. But you know what? And like I said, here's the thing. I felt bad and I had a hard time. But once my ex met somebody else and moved on, I was like, oh, see you, child, bye. Because I have this little thing that I like to call pride. Sometimes I like to call it dignity. It just depends on how much I've had to drink that day. But I have those things. Those things keep me from imposing upon another, specifically an ex. Now, here's what's up. If you have a relationship that ended, and it ended poorly, and it ended at your hand, and your ex, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever, doesn't really want anything to do with you, it's probably not a good idea to text them. Just throwing it out there. It's not a good idea to text the person that they're currently with. It's not a good idea to text them and tell them that the person that they're with is only going to hurt them. It's not a good idea to send them random texts and talk about how they're going to cheat on you. Here's the deal. I don't know if the job that I do for a living, it's sometimes stressful. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's pretty chill, and I can sit around and I can spritz myself with lovely smell goods, and it's a lovely day. Other times, it's a little stressful for me to have. And the last thing I need when I'm having the stressful times is some sometimey bullshit coming across my phone. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't like it. I'm one of these people that truly believes that an ex is an ex for a reason, with very few exceptions. There have been times in my life, people that I have been with, that I have managed to maintain or hold some kind of friendship with. Typically, it's if it was a really long-term relationship that didn't end in a complete fiery, burning pit of hell. But even then, the one time that I was able to pull it off, it took a hot minute. It took a while for us to get to the point where we could be friends, but it had to be a mutual thing. If you break up with somebody and they give you zero indication that they want to be pals, that they, if they don't want to join your chess club or they don't want to go to your Oprah book club meetings, it's probably best to let sleeping dogs lie. Now, I'm a nice person, unless you cross me. You cross me, I'll slit your throat. But typically, I'm a very nice, loving, understanding, laid-back kind of lady. Typically. But I don't like a lot of bullshit. I don't like a lot of drama, at least in my life. When other folks is having drama, I admit I do sometimes kind of like to sit back from afar and eat popcorn, because sometimes it is entertaining, as long as no one's being physically hurt or emotionally hurt. I mean, as long as it's just like some cattiness, I do enjoy that from time to time, as long as it's happening to somebody else. I don't want that shit in my house, so I'm not a fan of that. So because I'm that kind of lady, you know, typically I will let things slide. But when somebody just doesn't seem to give up or to know when to get up, I get a little irritated, kind of like chafed. It chafes me a bit. I get emotionally chafed about it. Yeah. But just word to the wise: if your relationship is over and it was your fault, and you're not hearing from your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, or what, they don't want to hear from you. That's pretty much the bottom line. That's pretty much the only thing I know to tell you. If they're not ringing your phone, and they're not sending you messages and texting and yada, 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 if they don't even know your number, chances are they don't want to hear from you. So have a little dignity, have a little pride, and you know what? Get a hobby. You know what? Take up drinking, snowboarding, crochet, profanity. I love profanity. I can spend all afternoon using bad language. Shit, damn, hell. I can. It's great. But find an outlet. Find an outlet for whatever bullshit emotions you seem to have running around in your head. But do not text. The last video I made, it's probably a good thing the computer did shut down, because I gave the number out. I did. I admit it. Smack my hand. I did it. So I'm not going to do that this time. But you know who you are. And I'm kind of speaking sort of personal. To the person who keeps texting me, I'm pretty sure I know who you are. And I'm pretty sure you are my ex-girlfriend. And if I wanted to hear from you, I'd find a way to contact you. But seeing as how I've got you blocked and deleted from the book of face, and I make no attempts to make any contact with you, I'm going out on a limb here. Crawling out on the limb to say, I probably don't want to hear from you. I have no desire to hear what you have to say. I don't wish you any ill will. I don't wish that. I wish you sunshine, butterflies, and cookies and stuff. I wish you be happy, go, run, be free. But leave me out of it. Leave me alone. I'm not about it. I'm not. So there's that little rant. Now, on to the next order of business. I got to hurry because I'm afraid that the thing's going to shut me down. I wasn't going to go to the gym tomorrow. I'd sat here yesterday and Wednesday night trying to rationalize and talk myself out of going for this reason or that reason. Somebody, I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody kind of made me feel a little guilty last night. So I went to the shoe store today in beautiful Hazard, Kentucky. And I told May, I said, I don't want to spend a lot of money on shoes because I just bought a couple of new pairs before I went on my trip, and there's really no need to go spending like crazy money. But I do need some sneakers to work out in tomorrow because I live, 45 minutes away. So I told May, I said, I'm going to roll up in here and I'm going to find me a pair of shoes for $29. Guess what? That's exactly what I did. $29 is all I give for them shoes. And they're big size 11s, honey, because Lord knows, honey, Jesus gave me a solid foundation. He knew I was a big gal. He said, you know what, girl? You need a solid foundation. And that's what he gave me. So for $29, honey, that's like a sore Peter. You can't beat it. So I'll work out in these. I just may make me a little workout bag and slap them big ones in there. She's so sweet. She is very sweet. She'll be happy to know I'm making a video. But anywho, that's about it. I just had my little rant. I'm going to talk about my shoes. Seemed like I had something else in the other video, but I'll be damned if I know what it was. But y'all behave and take care. And see you next time.